You wake up, check your bank account, and the money you were counting on isn't there. Rent is due, groceries are already expensive, your prescription refill can't wait, and the one payment that keeps your household stable, your Social Security check, suddenly feels uncertain. This isn't just news. This is your life. This is your wallet. This is your family's security. Across America, millions of retirees, seniors, disabled workers, and surviving families depend on every single dollar arriving on time. When payments shift, delay, or confuse people, stress skyrockets fast. January 2026 is shaping up to be one of the most confusing Social Security payment months we've seen in years. New calendar alignments, federal processing schedules, banking timelines, and holiday timing are creating real risks of delayed deposits and changed payment dates. And if you don't know what's coming, you could be caught off guard. Today, I'm breaking down exactly what you need to know, how it could affect your money, and what you can do right now to protect yourself. Stay with me, because the most important update comes later in this video. Why January 2026 is different. Let's start with the core issue. Social Security payments follow a strict calendar system, but January 2026 creates rare overlaps with weekends, banking delays, and federal processing cycles. Normally, payments are sent based on your birth date, whether you receive SSI or Social Security direct deposit or paper check delivery, federal business days. But January brings unique timing challenges: New Year's holiday closures, bank settlement delays, increased system volume after year-end, federal processing backlogs. When these factors stack together, payment timing can shift, sometimes by several days. That may not sound like a big deal until you're depending on that deposit for rent, utilities, or food. For many households, Social Security isn't extra money. It's survival money. Even a one-day delay can create overdraft fees, missed bills, late penalties, or skipped medications. And here's the problem. Most people don't receive advance alerts from the SSA when minor timing changes happen. That's why awareness matters. Who is most affected? Your situation matters. Not everyone receives Social Security the same way, and that matters a lot. You may be impacted differently, depending on what benefits you receive. Here are the main groups: retirees receiving standard Social Security SSDI recipients, SSI beneficiaries, survivors and dependents, dual beneficiaries receiving both SSI and Social Security. Each group has different payment schedules. For example, SSI typically arrives on the first of the month, Social Security arrives on Wednesdays based on birth date. Banking rules may process deposits early or late. If January 1st falls on a holiday or weekend, payments may shift forward or backward. That means some people may see deposits early. Others may see temporary delays. Paper checks could take longer. Direct deposits may depend on your bank. If you rely on fixed monthly income, these shifts can disrupt budgeting instantly. And many Americans already feel squeezed by rising grocery prices, higher insurance premiums, utility increases, prescription costs, housing pressures. That's why timing matters more than ever. Real-world impact. What happens when payments shift? Let's talk about real consequences, not just calendar math. When Social Security payments arrive late or unexpectedly, rent payments may bounce. Automatic bill payments fail, bank overdraft fees trigger credit cards, accrue late penalties, emergency savings get drained, stress levels spike. For seniors living on fixed income, even small disruptions create big ripple effects. Imagine planning groceries based on a deposit that doesn't arrive. Imagine paying utilities late because the deposit clears one day after the bill deadline. Imagine explaining to a landlord that your payment is delayed. Again, this isn't theoretical. Thousands of Americans experience these issues every year during calendar shifts, and January is already financially tight for many families. Holiday spending hangover, higher winter utility bills, insurance renewals, property taxes, medical appointments, resetting. Now add unpredictable payment timing, and the pressure multiplies. But here's where it gets important. Let's recap quickly. January 2026 has unusual calendar alignment. Banking and federal processing can shift deposits. Different benefit types experience different schedules. Delays can cause real financial pain. So, what exactly could happen with your payment timing? This is where the details matter, because some payments may actually arrive earlier than expected, while others could arrive later, and the difference could affect your entire month. Wait for it. The next section explains exactly how the calendar lines up and what that means for you. Payment timing breakdown, simple explanation. Here's how Social Security normally schedules payments. Birthdays, 110, second Wednesday. Birthdays, 11/20, third Wednesday. Birthdays, 21/31, fourth Wednesday. SSI, first of the month. If the date falls on weekend or holiday, payment moves to previous business day. In January 2026, New Year's Day impacts early banking operations. Some banks process deposits differently after holidays. Federal offices experience backlog volumes. Automated systems catch up from year-end activity. That means some deposits could appear one business day earlier, while others could shift later depending on bank processing speed. SSI recipients may see earlier deposits in late December. Some Social Security recipients may see Wednesday deposits affected by banking clearance timing. The key point: your bank matters just as much as the SSA schedule. Not all banks release funds at the same time. Banking delays explained. Hidden factor. This is the part many people overlook. The Social Security Administration sends the payment, but your bank controls when it actually hits your account. Banks batch process deposits, observe federal holidays differently, handle high volumes slower, have internal posting schedules. Some banks release deposits early. Some hold them until settlement clears. Some delay during heavy processing periods. In January, banks are handling year-end reconciliations, tax reporting systems, and new fiscal cycles. That increases the chance of minor posting delays. Even if SSA sends the money on time, your bank could post it later. This is why two people receiving the same benefit can see deposits on different days. If you've ever seen your neighbor get paid before you, this is why. How to protect your money. Action steps. Now let's talk solutions, because information without action doesn't protect your wallet. Here's what you can do right now. Check your official payment schedule. Confirm your bank's holiday posting rules. Avoid scheduling major auto payments near deposit dates. Keep a small buffer if possible. Monitor your account during the first week of January. Set alerts for deposit notifications. If you receive paper checks, expect possible mail delays. Plan extra buffer time. Consider switching to direct deposit if possible. Small planning steps now can prevent big stress later. This isn't about panic, it's about preparation. Why this matters more in 2026: economic pressure. Here's why this issue feels heavier than in past years. Americans are facing higher food prices, rising healthcare costs, housing instability, insurance increases, utility inflation, fixed income pressure. For millions of households, Social Security isn't optional income, it's survival income. Any disruption hits harder when budgets are already stretched thin. A delay isn't just annoying, it can push families into overdraft, debt, or emergency borrowing. That's why staying informed matters more than ever. The bigger picture. Now here's the part most people don't realize. Payment timing confusion often creates misinformation online. Rumors start spreading, checks are delayed, payments were cut, government froze benefits. Panic spreads faster than facts. But in many cases, it's simply calendar mechanics and banking processing. Understanding the system protects you from fear, scams, and misinformation. And staying informed keeps you financially steady. Common questions answered. Let's quickly answer common questions. Will benefits be reduced? No. This is about timing, not benefit cuts. Will everyone experience delays? No. It varies by bank and benefit type. Should I contact SSA immediately? Only if your payment is missing several business days after scheduled deposit. Can deposits arrive early? Yes, especially around holidays. Does direct deposit help? Yes. It's faster and more reliable than mail. Knowledge removes fear. Let's summarize again. January 2026 has unique calendar timing. Banks control when funds post. Some deposits may shift slightly. Preparation protects your finances. No benefit cuts are happening. Staying calm, informed, and proactive keeps your household stable. Your financial power. Control what you can. You can't control government calendars, but you can control how prepared you are, how informed you stay, how you manage your timing, how you protect your budget. Knowledge gives you power over uncertainty. The more you understand how the system works, the less stress it creates. And that's exactly why channels like this exist, to keep your wallet protected. At the end of the day, this isn't just about dates on a calendar. It's about your groceries, your medications, your rent, your dignity, your peace of mind. You worked your whole life for these benefits. You deserve stability, not surprises. Staying informed keeps you ahead, not behind. If this video helped you understand what's coming in January 2026, make sure you stay connected because payment schedules, benefit rules, and financial policies change fast, and missing one update could cost you real money. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay ahead of the changes that impact your wallet, your benefits, and your family's security. We'll continue bringing you clear, honest updates without fear, without hype, and without confusion. Your financial future matters. Stay informed, stay prepared, and I'll see you in the next update.